Modern engines have never been more advanced, yet in 2026, 7 of them are still destroying themselves from the inside, fitted to some of the most popular cars on British roads. Some carry official recalls, others hide design flaws behind respectable badges, and one has left thousands of owners facing bills worth more than the car itself. The badge on the bonnet matters far less than the engine code underneath. Take a look at the Renault-Nissan 1.2-litre direct injection petrol engine, found in thousands of family cars like the Nissan Qashqai, Renault Clio, and Captur. To an ordinary used car buyer, these models look like highly sensible, economical choices on the forecourt. However, beneath the respectable manufacturer badges lies a sensitive shared architecture that independent specialists know all too well. Under the bonnet, this engine, frequently coded as H5FT or HRRA2DDT, is prone to 2 interlinked issues: rapid oil consumption and premature timing chain stretch. Worn piston rings allow oil to burn off rapidly, often without triggering any dashboard warnings until the level is critically low. This lack of oil starves the timing chain tensioner, causing the chain to slacken, rattle on cold starts, and eventually jump teeth or snap, causing catastrophic internal damage. Unlike other engines on this list, there is no public UK-wide safety recall or manufacturer compensation scheme for these failures. If the chain slips, the financial hit lands entirely on the owner. An independent garage will charge around £500 to £900 for a chain replacement, but if piston wear has already ruined the block, a full replacement can quickly rise past £1,500. This is why the engine code on the V5C document matters far more than the badge on the tailgate. A car can seem perfectly ordinary, right up until that first massive repair bill lands. Let's look at the Mercedes-Benz OM651, a 4-cylinder diesel workhorse found in C-Class saloons, E-Class commuters, and thousands of Sprinter delivery vans. To keep these heavy-mileage machines efficient, Mercedes used a common rail fuel system operating under immense pressure, alongside a dry timing chain mounted at the rear of the block, right against the firewall. For fleet operators, high-mileage drivers, and anyone towing heavy loads, ownership reality changes when maintenance is deferred. The OM651 is highly sensitive to its service schedule. Early warning signs of trouble include a rough, hunting idle, and a persistent smell of diesel inside the cabin. Under the bonnet, leaking injector seals allow fuel to escape, cooling into a hard, charcoal-like crust known in the trade as Black Death, which can chemically weld the injectors to the cylinder head. Simultaneously, wear on the oil pump drive sprocket can slacken the rear-mounted timing chain. Because there is no official UK safety recall for these issues, owners must foot the bill. What starts as a simple, cheap fix for a copper injector washer can rapidly escalate. If you ignore the rattle or the diesel odor, the repair ladder climbs quickly. Replacing a stretched rear timing chain requires dropping the entire engine, turning a minor issue into a specialist garage bill easily exceeding £2,000. The BMW N47 2-litre diesel engine represents one of the most infamous used car risks on British roads. Powering thousands of second-hand 1 Series, 3 Series and X1 models, this unit hides its biggest flaw right at the back of the engine block. BMW positioned the timing chain against the firewall, meaning any inspection or replacement is instantly a complex, engine-out job. For unsuspecting buyers, the warning sign is a distinct metallic, rattling sound on a cold start, which occurs when the chain stretches and slaps against its plastic guides. If ignored, that loose chain can jump teeth or snap completely, sending valves crashing into pistons. This failure often strikes under load on the motorway, instantly writing off the engine. Because many of these diesel commuters are sold without verifiable paperwork of past chain replacement, the risk lands squarely on the used buyer. An independent specialist will charge between £1,200 and £2,000 to overhaul the timing assembly, while dealer bills quickly climb higher. When buying, ignore the digital history and demand physical invoices for chainwork. For buyers moving into the premium SUV market, the Jaguar Land Rover 2.0-litre Ingenium engine, found in the Range Rover Evoque, Discovery Sport, and Jaguar XE, promised modern, clean performance. Instead, it introduced a complex maintenance headache. The diesel variant is highly sensitive to short, stop-start British journeys. Frequent, incomplete diesel particulate filter regenerations force unburnt fuel down into the oil sump. Rather than burning oil, these engines contaminate it, causing the oil level to rise. This thinned, fuel-diluted mixture fails to lubricate the primary timing chain properly. Because JLR positioned the timing chain at the rear of the engine block against the firewall, replacing a stretched chain requires pulling the entire engine and gearbox out. With no official DVSA safety recall or manufacturer compensation scheme in place, owners face independent garage bills between £1,400 and £1,600. A metallic rattle, lasting a few seconds on a cold start, is the key warning sign that a major repair bill is imminent. Many British buyers switch to petrol thinking they are escaping these high-cost diesel headaches. But the Volkswagen Group's ubiquitous EA888 engine, found in petrol Golfs, Audi A4s and Skoda SUVs, presents its own maze of complexity. To make these cars fast, yet economical, Volkswagen paired direct fuel injection with turbocharging. Instead of spraying petrol early, injectors blast fuel straight into the combustion chambers under immense pressure, while a spinning turbo forces extra air in. Over time, carbon deposits bake onto the fuel injectors, and the tiny shafts inside the turbocharger wear down. Out on the motorway, this translates to sudden hesitation, a rough idle or a dangerous loss of power just as you pull out to overtake. Because this is down to wear rather than an official safety recall, you face the bills alone. Independent garages might charge over £2,000 for a rebuild, while main dealers routinely quote up to £5,000. If you want to keep dodging these expensive used car traps, hit the subscribe button now. The PSA PureTech 1.0 and 1.2-litre petrol engines, found in thousands of Peugeots, Citroëns and Vauxhalls, represent a major headache for UK motorists. To reduce friction, engineers ran the rubber timing belt directly through the engine oil. Over time, fuel contamination degrades this wet belt, causing it to swell and shed rubber fragments into the oil circuit. This debris clogs the oil pickup pipe, causing sudden pressure loss, and can migrate to the vacuum pump, which triggered a major DVSA safety recall over lost braking assistance. While an independent belt replacement costs £600 to £800, catastrophic engine failure can top £3,000. Fortunately, Stellantis launched a UK compensation portal in May 2025, offering 10-year or 112,000-mile coverage. Before buying, check the DVSA recall portal and demand proof of a physical belt width check. At the peak of UK used car risk sits the Ford 1-litre and 1.5-litre EcoBoost. Powering thousands of Fiestas, Focuses, Pumas, Cougars and Transit Connects, this wet belt design runs the timing belt directly through the engine oil. Over time, fuel contamination degrades the rubber, causing it to fray and shed teeth. These loose fragments sink and block the oil pump pickup strainer, a hazard compounded by oil pump belt tensioner arm failures. The result is a sudden, total loss of lubrication that can seize the engine with virtually no warning. This is backed by the formal UK recall 23S64, covering around 140,000 vehicles. While independent specialists charge roughly £1,050 plus value-added tax to replace the assembly, franchise dealer work is substantially higher. Before buying, always verify the exact engine code, demand a fully stamped service history with physical invoices, and secure an independent pre-purchase inspection. A cheap screen price means nothing if the engine is a ticking time bomb. The real cost of ownership lies beneath the bonnet. Which engine do you trust least? Have you suffered a failure? And where in the UK are you watching from? Subscribe for more.